Before I start, I just wanted to say a couple words. Throughout this talk, I'll be using the words I and me, but actually all the stories that I'll be telling you come from the people who responded to my Facebook post, who answered the question that we're about to talk about. And I decided to use the first person because I think that's more impactful. And I'm not working from notes because I don't want to read. I just want to tell you about what they told me. So I'm humbled by what they shared with me, and I hope that I do it justice. Hi, my name's Steve Moles, and I posted this question on Facebook. I know, not a normal Facebook post, right? But okay, don't worry. Slide 5 is of a cat. And I got a ton of responses to this question, and what I'm going to talk to you about today is what people told me in response to the question. And yes, some of it was about the big stuff, love and God and death, but a lot of it was about the little stuff, about a moment of kindness, about a moment of encouragement, when somebody sees something in you that you did not see in yourself. And one of my favorite authors, Mary Catherine Bateson, said that as we tell the stories of our lives, the learning is often written in between the lines. So here are some of the learnings about transformation in their own words. For me, it was about chorus. I would have never signed up for chorus, but it was required in the 9th grade. And I didn't so much learn how to sing well. Trust me, I didn't. What I learned was how to sing with conviction. And for me, it was about dance because she saw in me an artist inside me that I didn't know was there, and she taught me to dance not just gracefully, but with tenacity. And because sometimes people see something in you, dare I call it the light, and when they shine it back on you, the you that you see amazes you. You didn't know that that was in you, that you could become that. Because you see, when I came here, I was traveling on a rough road. I was making some poor choices, but I was gently shown another path, and I'm very grateful for that. Because you see, in my first year, I made some mistakes. I was in trouble, bad grades, smoking in the woods, skipping classes. You know what I'm talking about? And there was a parent-teacher conference, and I sat down at the table, and the teachers looked across from me, and I was sure I was going to get kicked out. And they said, "What do you need?" And I didn't know what I needed. I didn't even know how to ask for it. But then they showed me, they gave me these gifts of understanding and compassion and respect, and yes, accountability too. And when I went overseas as an exchange student, I learned so much about the world. I learned about community and feminism and prejudice, and it set me on a life course of working for social justice. And when I was a Peace Corps volunteer, alone in a strange land, I learned to connect with people, to connect with community in a way that I hadn't before. I learned a different side of myself, and it made me want to give to others and serve others. And from my earliest memories, my mom had cancer, and I learned that the world did not revolve around me. I am not the center of the universe. And in my early 20s, I had a secret that I hadn't told anybody, which is I didn't know who my dad was. And I was so scared to tell people. And then when I started talking about it, I met a man who also did not know who his dad was. And we got married. And this fridge magnet is on our fridge today. So I ask you, take a moment. What's on the other side of your fear? And for me, it was meeting for worship, even though I'm not a Quaker, because meeting for worship taught me about silence. And it led me to a path of daily meditation that has brought me to a great place of peace in life and to a sense of purpose. And what I've done with that is I work with groups. And in those groups, I try to help people listen deeply to each other so that they can really hear each other. And in that, see the light in each other that that person might not see themselves. And for me, it was having a kid with an intellectual disability. It challenged everything I thought I knew about intelligence and happiness and presence, because she taught me to be with her in a way that I'd never known before. And David White, the scientist and poet, loved that combination, by the way, spent months and years in the Galapagos, and he learned how to just watch. And he realized that his identity was not his past, it was not his beliefs. His identity was in the quality of the attention that he paid to the world around him, in the connection, in the intersection between who he thought he was and who he thought he wasn't. And so, my friends, maybe the frontier of transformation is in between, is that space between who you think you are now and who you're in the process of becoming. So if something happened to you here, a friend, a mentor, a teacher who helped you along that path, let them know, will you? I think they would appreciate it.